Hello, hello, and welcome to Life. Okay, Audrey, what's going on? And Biz Unfiltered, the Shweta and Audrey show, and clearly Audrey is very dancey today.
The
So that's
time, it's the time of the year. It's exciting. Look at your earrings. Where are mine?
the
I have
time
some
of
hearts. It's
the
okay. I'm full of love this time of the year.
Yes. However, everyone, especially you, acts like December is absolute magic.
It is, isn't it? I love December. I love December. December is the best month of the entire year. And I wish every month was December.
We all know why, Audrey. Just because it's your birthday. It's okay. All good. We understand.
Christmas. Christ was born.
Okay, well,
Right,
December.
Jesus was born, and I was born. Like, what else would you like to see in the month? Isn't that too much awesomeness?
Yeah, probably way too much. And you know what happens when there's too much of anything?
Amazing things happen.
Well, December for some people might be magical and too much, and for other people, it might actually be too much, and that is panic mode.
How sad.
Oh, yeah, it
You
is
got to
true.
talk to me about it. Get the vibes, rub the vibes.
Anyone who's looking for December magic and you want to get those vibes, please come and meet
Oh,
Audrey.
yes, I can rub it. I can rub it. Oh my God, too much.
However, I do know that there's a lot of people who've come to us and entrepreneurs specifically who've told us, that, hey, clients are disappearing. There's nothing much to do. Everyone wants to check back in January and then they're unsure what's happening at this time. So
Isn't it? It feels like December is such a long period, but it's actually just like a few weeks of the month. But it feels like, oh my God. I think it's the whole thing about the year ending, and then some businesses slow down, and then the anxiety that New Year, though it's just another month, the date's going around, but nothing much changing. But it still brings in that, how will the New Year be? Will it slow down? And this is it, the generalization that life will stop forever, or will the business pick up back? And there's a lot going on for us business owners, isn't it?
yes, but today we are going to be telling you the truth about the Christmas slowdown and what you should actually do during this time. And spoiler alert, it's not really what your business coach usually tells you. Here's probably the first thing, Audrey. Are you ready for our first scandalous opinion?
Oh my God, tell me.
December really doesn't slow your business, but it exposes who you really are. Because I think for myself, I always constantly have to do and be productive. And now, only now, after so many years of being an entrepreneur, I've realized that that's just conditioning that I'm used to. That, I'm not valuable or I don't feel of value if I don't do.
Mm-hmm.
That's not really entrepreneurship, is it, Audrey?
No, it's about really looking at the big vision and aligning towards that, right? It's not that it is the daily actions, yes. However, it's overcoming all the negative beliefs. And I every year, this time of the year, I do a lot of reflection, and not just because it's end of year, but it's because it's my birthday, and you kind of going the next year in your life. And for me, it's like reflecting, have I been the better version of myself? Have I grown through this experience? Because entrepreneurship, especially business, I believe that you have to really step into the leadership. You have to let go of a load of limiting beliefs. As opposed to, when I was at corporate, like you just stay hiding behind the day-to-day activities. But in business, it's not just day-to-day activities, as you mentioned. It's about overcoming a lot of fears, a lot of not good enoughness, a lot of actions that as the business grows, you have to grow so much, right? So it's exciting for those who like look at it in the exciting way, but for some it could be very uncomfortable, right?
Yeah, especially when you're sitting with yourself. And I've spoken to quite a few people, and they say that a lot of people don't like that because you're slowing down. And that makes as you mentioned, your subconscious louder. So sitting with that can be so uncomfortable.
Mm. It is, it is. And it's talking to your subconscious in a resourceful way to get the outcome that you desire. But
Mm-hmm.
December is not slow. Is it slow for you? It's
Well, it's not
too
slow, it's too fast.
fast.
It's not a threat. It is, like you said, it's click on that reset button.
I wish every day went so slow in December, right?
I think what entrepreneurs do treat it like crisis, though. So really, we need to stop trying to win December and we need to really feel December.
And plan, right? And I remember this concept of the winter and the summer in the business as well. If your business type has that when December could slow down, then really preparing well in advance for it. Because we can't just rely on the day-to-day sales or day-to-day activities that are happening just the way other months are. December is it starts with the planning as to, like, I remember having our conversations in the mid-year that okay, what are we doing in December? What how we will ensure that there is less impact on the business if things are slowing down. And from both businesses, ESOR and BG, and we were preparing for it. And it's showing the results, it's showing the impact, right? So it's important to already predict throughout the year what are the trends, what are you looking to achieve, and plan that way. Planning.
Absolutely. And planning is very, very important. And doing it early on, it just makes life easy for the actual time as opposed to waiting all the way till December to plan.
And this year we are like planning, this year is even more planned effort for us, right? Because we're actually looking at all the trends because BGN is 1 year in business. So we're looking at all the trends from the last year and how we can replicate that and get lessons from that in the coming year with the months, the busy months, the less months, and the initiatives, and really data analysis.
Absolutely. Well, data is like king. I think that's because it's numbers. Without your numbers, you're nothing in business as well. However, we also need heart. And another thing that I've come across is
That is
this.
in my ears.
Okay. Uh, what is your thought and your belief around entrepreneurs who really hustle through Christmas? They burn out in the first couple of months. What's your take? Do you agree? Do you think no?
Burnout in December. What are you talking about? Um,
What
but if
about
you have to
burnout in
think,
Jan, Feb?
yeah, I think it's because there is no planned effort into it, right? It can be anxiety time. When we first started, it was anxiety. I remember with our first business, oh my God, it was what, 8, 9 years ago now. And we were scared and we were like, how is it going to be when we had the gym business, right? So is everyone going to stop training? And is anyone going to show up? And are we supposed to keep it open? How do we pay the staff? But then again, when the offers started pouring in, and 1st of Jan brings in the most excitement to start the year again with the great discipline. So with all the businesses, we can actually create the buzz around it because everything we do is solving the problems and realizing that New Year is a new opportunity. I mean, every day is a new opportunity, but sometimes people wait for that 1st of Jan to start. So I'm not a big on take New Year or take today, but I know dates make a big psychological impact, subconscious impact. So really planning your business ideas, offers, and solutions, and your networking as well. Based off that can be amazing, and it could be the gifts that you give to yourself. That this year I will be more planned. This year my Christmas will be spent with family consciously because I'm fully planned and I have utmost certainty in what I'm going to bring in. Like we're going away for Christmas.
Yes, and the rest is rest, and people deserve to rest up in December without feeling the guilt. Do you know about people feeling guilty though for taking a rest?
Well, I do feel sometimes guilty for taking
Mm.
rest. Was feeling that last night. And I had these two windows. One I was watching a movie, and one I was doing some work. And then when I couldn't proceed with the work, and I felt like, oh my God, I'm just not able to think, then I will shuffle to the window to play the movie. And then if I was watching movie for too long, then I felt guilty that I'm not working, then I would stop. However, this is my little game that I play about when I want to achieve something, because if I want to get an outcome, I can go a little crazy and want to achieve it, and also be consciously aware that it is my energy or my energetically brain power is not supporting me. So it's all conscious effort, but many times many people are not tuned into that extent, and that can be a problem.
Yeah, that's very true. And just when you were talking, some people call what they call rest could actually be emotional avoidance because you can't heal what you refuse to acknowledge. And some people may pretend that they're resting, but they're actually avoiding.
What you just said is so profound, right? Like it's huge, like it's a can of worms. Because when we say rest and you just pause and you avoid experiencing or feeling what is happening, what has led you to that burnout and to desire that rest, you can go back into that cycle and come back to the same thing. And it's, as we say, pattern recognition. And recognizing the patterns, then we'll know that you're in the same patterns throughout the months and years of your life. And breaking those patterns bit by bit to become more resourceful, right? Because I remember when with our first business, we were in that pattern. I remember initially, we wanted, both of us wanted to make sure that each one of us do the same things. Like, what if I'm not there? Then you have to learn this. What if I'm not there? You have to learn this. But we are not really recognizing what each other's strengths were. And when we tapped into each other's strengths, it was transformational, right? Knowing that I shine in this area, you shine in this area, and how we can make the most. The business grew, the business transformed in a way. And that's what has helped us throughout these so many years of business, is because we don't do the same things in business. And people don't understand it, right? There's so many business partners who don't get it, like how? But it's really knowing that you shine with what you do, and it is amazing for your energy. And for me to shine in what I do, I can really do more of that because I know I love doing it. And as a result, the business really scales and flourishes, because there is all attention instead of both of us really micromanaging each other. You don't do this, I don't do this, I do better than you, or you do better than me.
And the same goes when you have people that you're hiring and then you expect them to do everything as well. So really figuring out everyone's strengths and going from there. And I think that's the one thing that's been like a challenge even for me, right? Resting. What is resting? Am I avoiding? Am I avoiding what? Silence? Am I avoiding the truth? Avoiding myself? It's been quite massive and it keeps going and spinning in circles sometimes.
And it's important to know the definition of rest for you,
Mhm.
right? Because a definition for somebody else to rest could be totally different. To me, reading the books is also rest. And they are business books, they're very technical. But then someone will be like, why are you still working? But it's not work for me. That's my definition of resting. Like last night, I finished all the stuff that I was supposed to finish, and then I was listening to a book, and a very, very technical business book, and I was enjoying it. And then I was like, am I working or am I listening? Well, yeah, I'm enjoying this. I'm enjoying this.
That is awesome because you were talking about planning earlier and the importance of it. And for some people, the word planning that in self could mean anxiety with a clipboard. So really it is about, are you resting? Are you avoiding what is happening? And speaking about rest and reconnection, it was so much fun a couple of weeks ago to be part of the BGN Women's Circle launch. It was just absolute magic when you see women supporting women. There was no ego, there was no competition, just softness and strength in the room. It was just so brilliant.
So many hugs and so much love and so much pinkness. Though not everybody was wearing pink. I could see pink. I could feel pink. Pink is a color of love, right? And I think like to see that vibe, it just I was just sitting there and I was just like, wow, this is amazing. This is so good. When women come together, because women, like feminine energy is quite strong, right? The nurturing energy, the protective energy. When they all come together in a room, it can transform the place. The energetic uplift of the place is so phenomenal. And each one's story, I love that we had that, sharing your story. And each one's story was like, wow, wow. It's just hats off to all you amazing women out there who continue to shine, continue to show such a big smile on your face when there is so much going on in the background.
Yeah, the laughter, the tears, the sharing, the hugs, and that is healing, isn't it? That is the December energy that women heal when they're in community. And we cannot do that when we're alone by ourselves and we're in isolation. And I've never seen women like that walk into a room as strangers and walk out as sisters. It is real Christmas spirit in human form.
When you say that, like, I was a big believer of, because I've always come from co-ed school and always like, hanging out with men, women, always had friends who were men, women. So I was always like, what difference it could make, Like, can't we just have the same, like, experience when it is everyone together? But the women's launch, the women's circle launch, just made me realize that it's very different, right? When there are just women, there is something different in the energy. It's very different. Like, oh my God.
Oh my God, I could feel it in my chest, and I literally, got so emotional. I think that's the
Yeah.
first time I've ever been so emotional in a room. So,
Yeah, absolutely. And not just you, there were several women who got emotional, which was really amazing that we could create a space there. And the place was so beautiful. But then this area that we had energetically was so beautiful that people felt comfortable. Women felt comfortable that they could share, they could feel what they wanted to.
well, with Audrey, we have 19 people who are on the guest list as of next month. So I cannot wait for 26. It's going to be absolutely phenomenal for all the women entrepreneurs here in Melbourne for now. And also, if you're across Australia and across the globe, we have online and in-person events for women. So looking forward to seeing all of you there. Let's move forward, Audrey. What do you think?
Go for it, always.
Okay, so tell us, what should entrepreneurs actually do in December?
I love to create a vision for the year, and we have done that consistently for several years. And if you don't want to do big shebang things, what I did was last year. Yeah, last year I didn't have like a printer and photos and stuff like that, which I traditionally used to like doing all photos. But what I did was took a white paper, multicolored markers, and just wrote what we would achieve in the year, and it's right there in front of me on my wardrobe, and it's creepy real. Like, most of the things have happened, and I've put the date when I had no idea. It was just, drafting something. So power of manifestation, power of subconscious conditioning. So make sure you do something, some sort of a vision board, even if you don't believe in it. There are many people who don't believe in it, but just writing what you will achieve and dream big, like big, like really think something you can achieve bigger than what you can. Like, I know I feel the nerves even now when I was doing it some 8, 10 years ago, when somebody, a coach told me, a mentor told me that, Audrey, dream big. Now I'm just like, I'm going crazy. And like, it's so beautiful, the power of unblocking your energy and just dreaming big. So that's one ritual have to do. One of the things that we every year do, Shweta and I, is go to a nice cafe, sit and write the wins for the year. What have we achieved together in the business and life, and really celebrate and feel grateful for all the support and the love we have achieved, because it's so important to do that. So these two rituals are absolute mandatory. And then planning your year ahead, planning your year ahead is another exercise which is wonderful. Just do it in blocks: Jan, Feb, March, April, and just create as granular you like to be, or you can be very, very like on a high level, like we've done for Peace Growth Network. Now we have all the events mapped out, all the actions, all the new things that we're doing for the year, how we're growing, that is already mapped out. We're doing that soon for ESOR as well. So these are the exercises, that the three things: wins for the year, the vision for the year, and the goals for the year.
I love that. I absolutely love that. And it just gives you so much of, encouragement to carry on because now you know your wins, you know where you want to get to. So then the pathway towards it gets more exciting.
And
Which is,
and the word for the year.
yes, that was what I was going to tell, but you got it. You just go gung ho with it, isn't it?
Yes, yes, absolutely.
This connection, collaboration. Now we got to wait for 2026's words. So stay tuned. You will know very soon our words. I think just from this discussion today, mine's definitely going to be rest without feeling the guilt. And it is a strategy. And now the word that's coming to me is leadership. And rest is probably what's going to make January really powerful. And when I think rest, I'm thinking of everyone in leadership. So there's athletes who rest, creatives rest, entrepreneurs needs rest too. So your business needs you rested more than it needs you responsible.
Both.
Yeah,
You need
and
to be responsible.
100%. 100%. However, think of you coming from an unrest position and potentially you're working from overwhelm. I mean, you're not
The
feeling.
decisions can be clogged. Absolutely.
So yeah, we probably don't want to have clogged decisions and we want to be absolutely clear and clarity comes from rest. So we don't want the burnout to happen for all of you wonderful people. So really, what have we been avoiding all year? What drained me? What lit me up? What am I tolerating that my next level won't tolerate? Because some of your biggest breakthroughs happen in silence. Yeah. So when business slows, your soul turns the volume up. So listen. This is something that I've been telling myself for lots of years.
Love it. Love it.
So your soul turns up the volume. So don't forget to listen. But really use it to reconnect with the people that you love because your January momentum is going to build in the stillness of December. So it's such a good time to have your birthday, Audrey. You're just lucky, man.
Oh my God. I keep saying I'm like Jesus.
Oh my God. Okay, so maybe let's go the other way. What am I never doing again in the next year, in 2026?
Wow, that's a trick question. What am I never doing again? I don't know. I'm always doing a lot more of whatever I was doing. So, what am I never doing again? I think operating from chaos, operating from unplanned state. And as the business is growing, we are moving a lot towards systemization, lot towards. So, I had this thing towards adventure, which is creating new things. But now we are consciously moving towards replicable systems. We are creating SOPs. So, and it's bringing a lot of calm and certainty. And that's what fuels growth, right? So, what am I never doing again is operating from chaos. And yeah,
I love that. And I think particularly now in this arena for myself, if I think of it, it's about connection, it's about growth, it's about community. And In AI world, what we're saying is we've got things to focus on and we probably don't need as many people. However, community is just so important, so valuable. And that'll help us because when you're in isolation, especially because I know what isolation's done for me. As a teenager, I had to really come and live with clinical depression, and it killed me. Not only killed my dreams, it nearly killed me. So when you're in that community aspect, and when you have people who believe in you, and then that belief comes by yourself. So really igniting that for us as entrepreneurs, it resurrects everything that we want to do. So, yeah, well, stop hustling when your nervous system is screaming rest. And you don't really need to perform, but we need to s- stop feeling guilty for saying no. And that's what came out of our women's circle on the day as well, is really feeling guilty for all the no's that they're saying.
Hmm.
And we need to really come out being more, I'm trying to get the term for this.
Peaceful.
Yeah, peace and less not being emotionally malnourished in a way. Yeah.
Love that. Emotionally malnourished.
Well, December is the best moment to cut off everything that drains you. So let's end it in absolute peace and calm, as Audrey mentioned. And grace is grace.
Yeah.
Uh, your peace is worth more than anything. And be ready, Audrey. We're going rapid fire.
Okay, go for it.
So tell me, one thing that you're doing for you this Christmas.
I'm doing for me. Oh my God, I'm doing a lot of things. Not one thing. Buying a lot of gifts, buying a lot of books, a lot of things. So buying a lot of cooking really good food. I want to recreate the magic that my mom used to when mom was there. So yeah, I'm going to try a lot of new dishes. So you're going to eat a lot of stuff.
Ooh, I cannot wait. Looks like my belly is going to be full. And the
Oh
one
my
thing
God, gluten free. Oh my.
I should
I'm going to get some trauma from this gluten free and lactose free.
I should probably say that's it. No more food after 8 p.m. Otherwise, if you keep feeding me, I might like lose it.
Hmm.
Boundaries. Boundaries. So what is your Christmas boundary, Audrey?
I think it's a boundary with myself that I want to create. I am in a state where I don't think I need any boundaries. I am surrounded by amazing people with a lot of gratitude and a lot of love. This morning I was just thinking, I'm like, oh my God, I'm so loved. Am I giving that much love back? So my conscious effort is going to be love more, but also creating boundaries with myself in a way in my rituals because I can flow very easily with distractions. So, boundary with myself. I love it that I've come to a stage of that.
And I probably want to ask you one last thing. We know that we had the women's circle. So what did that awaken for you?
Well, the women's circle awakened the power of women, but more than that, I think the dress that you gifted awakened a lot more. And it just
Trust me, this question was not directed towards your dress, but okay, let's get there.
I think it was the emotion of being connecting with the feminine side, connecting with the love, connecting with that immense energy of nurturing and that's what the whole dress, wearing that dress, being feeling feminine with it and being a part of that energetic circle where there were really strong, powerful women brought in a lot of that energy within me or reminded me of it within me.
The power of being fully seen. I love it. Well, December definitely isn't the end of the year, it's the beginning of who you're becoming. So, what we're going to be doing is if you're slowing down, there is nothing wrong with it. Everything is right. And your next level doesn't come from pressure, it really comes from peace. So enjoy your Christmas, enjoy magic, enjoy connection, and join us at the next BGN Women's Circle because sisterhood is an essential thing. Stay real, stay kind, stay unfiltered. Bye.